Hello guys, I am back from another video and today we're talking about whether Deku had the powers of the Greek gods. So in the last video, Deku, after Izuku made it to UA, he met all of his brand new classmates, including, a girl by the name of, Mirko. That is also, Izuku's teacher. So, after class, he was brought to, the principal's office for a well, a special conversation. Izuku was told that he's going to be protecting a girl by the name of Momo Yaoyorozu, which is also Izuku's classmate. So, when Izuku was about to leave, Izuku, met Nejiri. So, left with her as when Izuku was talking with her, she says this, "Will you date me?" So let's talk about what happens next. So when Izuku heard that, Izuku says, "I'm sorry, but what?" And she says, "I want to date you because, you're actually quite interesting. All of that power in this one little body. I absolutely love it." As Izuku says, actually, I should be leaving. Besides, my mom might be worried." And she says, "Alright, fine." As Izuku looks back, she blows a kiss at Izuku. Izuku starts blushing as Izuku says, "Whatever." So, yeah. So, when Izuku got back home, his mother says, "Hey, Izuku, why are you all red? Are you sick?" Izuku says, No, it's nothing." As Izuku's mom, being Inko, says, "So, how's your school then? And all that blushing, do you have a crush on any?" Izuku says, "No, mom, I don't have any crush on anybody." As she says, Fine. Alright, you can go to sleep now." As Izuku says, "Alright." Izuku, after finishing, dinner, Izuku goes to sleep. So, the next day comes as it's the day that is where they're going to be doing, a special class. Apparently, this class is going to be called Heroics. So, yeah. So, it's the final class of the day where Izuku and the rest of his classmates are basically can't wait because apparently they're going to be having a teacher that's well special, quote unquote. So when they basically hear this, they hear the door open as they see a girl, and Izuku recognizes her. That was Nejiri. As she says, "Nice to meet you all. So, we're gonna be starting out heroics. I'm gonna be your... I'm not gonna... it's not going to be, I'm not going to technically be your teacher, but you can just call me like a classmate, I guess." As one of them being, Ida says, "Wait, if you're not a teacher, then why did you come here?" As she says, "It's Nezu. Nezu is my, adopted father." As everybody says, "Wait, that means you're the daughter of the principal." As she says, "Yeah, pretty much." So, anyway, we're gonna be starting off, heroes class. So, here, these are, all of your, hero costumes. So, everybody gets their hero costumes except for Izuku. Because, Izuku still has a little bit of godly essence or ambrosia, if you want to call it that. And if you don't know what's ambrosia, it's basically a special type of elixir or drink that anybody can drink. If they drink it, they basically become a god, or at least if they drink enough of it. Izuku has enough ambrosia to basically transform into, a demigod form, I guess I can call it. And that demigod form is going to be his, well, his hero costume. So, one of them being, well, Kaminari says, "Hey, where's Izuku's hero costume?" As he remembers that he still has a bit of godly essence left. As he says, "Oh yeah, he has godly essence." So, he didn't say it out loud, he just said it in his mind. As also one of them being, well, wait for a second again. Momo says, "Yeah, where is his costumes?" As Izuku says, "Don't worry, I don't really need a costume. And besides, I already got my own." As they say, "Really?" So, when everybody starts going into the locker rooms, everybody's basically outside, except for Izuku. But when they look in the, well, tunnel, they see Izuku and his hero costume, quote unquote. So, when they saw Izuku's hero costume, they say to themselves, he looks like a Roman soldier or a Greek, well, god. When Izuku came out, Izuku says, "So, what do you think of my hero costume?" As one of them being, well, Momo says, "Looks great. I like the, well, the large cape." As Bakugo says to himself, "Duh, annoying." So, when, well, Nedry says this, Nedry says, alright, we're going to be using a raffle, so you can pick, well, a team. There's going to be teams of two. One of them is going to be the hero, and the other one will be the villain. So, the villains are going to be, well, in the building setting up a fake bomb. While for the heroes, they're going to be, well, trying to destroy the bomb or touch the bomb. And whoever touches the bomb basically wins. So, Izuku is paired up with, well, Momo, which Izuku is going to be guarding from, well, villains. So, yeah. So, wait for a second, guys. So, Nedry says, alright, all of you, as in all of you, I mean the hero team, start going into the building. So, Izuku goes in the building with Nedry, Momo. Momo starts asking Izuku questions, including this. "So, you're the one that's going to be protecting me? I mean, look tough, but I wondered, why did my father and Nezu decide to pick you?" And Izuku says, "I don't know. At least I'll get some extra credit protecting you." And she says, "Alright. So, you're just here for the credit?" Izuku says, "Yeah, I'm okay with that." So, yeah. So, they hear explosions as they see Bakugo start charging in. Izuku summons out, well, tons and tons of black chains from the scythe of Thanatos. Izuku strikes the ground as several chains start wrapping around Bakugo, basically tying him up and basically defeating him. Wait for a second, I got something. Sorry about that. I've just gotten, well, allergies. Thanks to all of the goddamn the goddamn smoke been burning around the houses because, well, this is going to be a little bit of a rant, so if you want to skip it, then just skip it. They would always burn trash right next to our house, and it causes me to, well, sneeze uncontrollably, so yeah, that's why I have to pause every single time to blow my nose. Anyway, that's the rant. The rant is over, so yeah, let's go back to the video. So, after, well, Izuku basically ties Bakugo up with the chains, Bakugo starts spitting out profanities. Izuku and Momo just ignore it, as they're going to be finding, well, they're going to be fighting Ida. So, Ida looks as he sees Momo, as Momo starts creating a, well, sword. So, wait for a second again, So, Ida attacks as Ida accidentally slices a part of his leg. As in slice, I mean, he basically scarred his leg because, well, thanks to Momo's, fighting style, she basically slices, as in slices, I meant grazes, a part of, Ida's leg, causing him to bleed. As Izuku basically starts running up to the bomb as, well, Izuku touches the bomb as Izuku and Momo's team wins. So, yeah. So, after that, they go into, the class as Nedry says, so, who was the MVP of this, of the whole class? As they all point at Izuku and Momo. One of them being, Jiro says, yeah, Izuku is pretty smart, including all of his tactics. And especially, he's pretty resourceful. As one of them being, Kaminari says, yeah, including Momo, thanks to her ability to create objects, she's able to basically, take down any type of villain, just as long as she's, full. As Izuku and Momo were getting praised, while Bakugo was completely enraged. Basically, start creating explosions. As Izuku looks behind them, he sees Bakugo enraged as he says, "You're not the best. I'm supposed to be the best here, not you." As Izuku says, "Prideful." As Bakugo says, "What did you say?" As Nedry says, alright, stop, please don't try and fight here." So, after that class, they started leaving. So, Izuku was still packing his bags, but when Izuku's about to leave, Nedry comes up to Izuku. As she says, "Hey Izuku." Izuku says, "Oh, what is it, Nedry?" As she says, "Well, I was wondering, can you please date me, please?" Izuku says, "No, thanks." As she says, "Oh, come on. I'm pretty beautiful. What do you think?" As Izuku says, "Please, I'm busy. Besides, I have much more important business, like training." As she says, "Ugh, fine. Guess I'll just have to walk with you, I guess." Izuku says, "Wait, what?" So, after a bit of arguing, Izuku accepted. So, yeah. So, Izuku starts bringing Nedry to his home. When Izuku opens the door, Izuku sees his mother. As Inko says, "Oh, hello, Izu." As she sees, the girl behind him. As she says to herself, "Oh, did my son brought a girl home? Hmm." As I meant Jiro, I meant, wait for, as for Nedry, she says, "Hello, Mrs. Midoriya. My name is Nedry. Nice to meet you." As Inko says, "Nice to meet you, Nedry. So, what brings you here to, my son's abode, including my abode as well?" As she says, "Well, I was wondering if I can, check out what Izuku's, what his daily duties are usually about." As she says to herself, I'm guessing she likes my son." As she says, "Alright, you can do whatever you want." So, Izuku brings Nedry to his room where she sees, a lot of books. Mostly about, fighting. And also, she sees a training area. Izuku starts training as Nedry is basically, sitting down on Izuku's bed. As she says to Izuku, "Wow, this bed is actually quite comfy. So, Izuku, I wanted to ask." Izuku says, "What is it?" As she says, "Why won't you date me? Besides, I'm actually quite beautiful. And I also wanted to ask as well." Izuku says, ask away, I guess." As she says, "Well, I was wondering, are you anyway familiar with, gods and goddesses?" As Izuku says, "What do you mean by that?" Izuku's thinking, "Did she find out?" As she says, I was wondering, that scythe, that's named Thanatos. I don't really get the name, especially the bow, uh, the whole bow being called Hypnos, and also the sword being called Nemesis. I mean, Nemesis is kind of cool of a name, but I don't even know why did you decide to call them that. Izuku says, well, the scythe known as Thanatos is named after, well, a god of death, specifically a god of peaceful death. And she says, oh, okay. Izuku says, Hypnos, my bow, is named after a god that specializes in sleep and dreams. But not only that, he's also a creator of nightmares. As she says, oh, interesting. And finally, for his sword, she basically asks, so why is it called Nemesis? As Izuku says, well, it's named after the goddess Nemesis, who she wields a sword and has two wings. Not only that, she's a goddess of justice and revenge. As she says, huh, okay. So, yeah. So, after a while of talking, she leaves. So, Izuku sees his mother basically cooking dinner. As Izuku says, so, Mom, what we're having for dinner? As she says, can I ask you, Izuku? Izuku says, what is it, Mom? She says, so, are you dating that girl? Or, as Izuku says, no, I'm not dating that girl. We're just friends, I guess. As she says, really? Izuku says, why are you smiling like that, Mom? As she says, I'm thinking that you're in love with her. And that whole blush that I see in your face the last time, that obviously means that you're in love with that girl. Izuku says, whatever, Mom. As Izuku starts gobbling up all of the food, as Izuku says, Mom, I will be going to sleep now. As she says, good night, make sure to not wet the bed or have any wet dreams. As Izuku says, I am not in love with her. So, yeah. So, Izuku goes to his bed as Izuku tells himself, I am not in love with her. Besides, I'm only doing it just because of extra credit. So, yeah. So, Izuku falls to sleep. So, after that, Izuku basically goes to sleep after that and tries not to think of her. So, yeah. So, I hope you liked the video. Comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.